Welcome back to Rifleman 2.0, and this week I have a relatively unknown rifle, the Mitchell 1522. Check this thing out with me. Now the Mitchell 1522 is a pretty unique rifle. It closely resembles the Ruger 1022, but it's its very own distinct rifle. Apparently made in the Philippines, as it's marked on there, and Mitchell High Standard, I figured it might be somehow related to the High Standard manufacturing company. Apparently it's not. I can't really find much information on this thing. The closest I found was a lot of these were manufactured back in the 1990s, but other than that, I'm not really finding much. I don't remember where I picked it up. Maybe a pawn shop or a flea market, or who knows. I'm not really sure, but I like the look of it. I've shot it many times, and I've really enjoyed it. So we're gonna take it out and see how she does for you guys today. Now the Mitchell here has a lot of very nice features about it. First and foremost, it's got this real nice steel butt plate on there. You don't find that. A lot of them are plastic these days. I did not put the scope on this. When I bought it, it had the scope, and it's got the real nice shell deflector on there too. So I'm gonna leave it on there. It does pretty good. Now she is magazine fed, and all you do is you pop it from the bottom there, and she holds 15 rounds. Hence the name 1522, right? And all you do is you rock it back in place just like an AK. Settles in perfect. Now she does have this very nice heavy barrel on there, but it doesn't make the rifle unwieldy. Actually, it's pretty darn handy. It's very lightweight, and it's very easy to carry in the woods, no problem. But the only problem I've run into was the way the magazine sticks down. It kind of pokes you if you hold it too close, but if you're just holding it regular, just like that, you got no problems. Now all the times that I've shot the Mitchell here, it's been very accurate, but I've never actually sat down and done an accuracy test on this thing. So today we're going to do 25 and 50 yards, and yes, the scope is going to help, so we're going to see what kind of accuracy it can bring out to us. Now I don't know if I mentioned it before, but she is semi-auto with the long magazine on there, and it's blowback operated, so the charging handle right there, and it's not loaded. Pull it, and there you go. She would load up if there was ammunition in the magazine. We're going to see, I don't remember if it was hold on open when she's empty. We're going to find out. I haven't shot this thing in a good while, so some of your reaction shots that we're going to have on video here, they're going to be legitimate because it's been such a long time. But yeah, it's a super neat rifle, very handy, and I mean, it kind of handles like an M1 carbine, kind of like a Ruger 1022. I mean, it's like a nice middle ground combo between the two of them, and I really enjoy this rifle. All right, let's get some shots in. Now the ammunition I'm going to be using today is CCI standard velocity. It's going about 1070 feet per second, so it should hold up pretty good. The magazine is marked for high velocity only. These are technically supersonic, so I don't think it'll have any problems. I've shot these out of it before. It cycles just fine. So all right, let's start off at 25. Okay, so here we are at 25 yards, and I should have no problem hitting the target. I've never had any cycling issues with it, so if I do, I'd be surprised. Safety's real simple on there. All right, I'm gonna take 5 shots, and we'll see how she does. I'll do one more. That might have been 5. I don't know. Yeah, I'd say it's accurate. All right, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, probably 4, 5. Yeah, I'd say it's on the mark. Okay, so that did pretty darn good at 25. Now, you guys probably noticed the way I was holding it was not what I would call rock steady at all. So I've done some adjustments on the shooting sticks, and I'm going to take a more deliberate approach to how I'm going to hold the rifle to make sure it's more steady. The scope's doing its job, clearly. So on the number 9 up there, I put a X marker. It's a 1-inch marker, and I'm going to see if I can get all 5 shots inside that marker. 5 through that one. Whew. That's an accurate rifle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I fired 6 shots, 2 high flyers, but yeah, I'd say it's accurate. All right, so now we're at the 50, and I'm just gonna go ahead and top off real quick. Loading up the magazines, obviously super simple. Just rock them down in there. And I had a canopy is set up because it was threatening rain earlier, and it's still up, but I have no fear whatsoever I'm going to hit the canopy with this thing. So here we are at the 50. Let's see how we do. Fire. And she's shooting just fine. So they're at the 50. It looks like I dropped a couple of them there, and then the stickers flew off here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna repasty right here for something a little bit darker so I can see better, because with it being real light like this, it's kind of hard to maintain a sight picture on just like this big broad white background. But I mean, the group looks fine already. It's still point of aim from what it originally was at 25, and it's still right there. So I'm gonna put a darker marker here, and there should be no discrepancies. Okay, so I wasn't exactly pleased with those results. A lot of it's because I pretty much couldn't see the target, even though I got the scope. Now this is a fixed power, 4-power scope, so there's not really, I can't adjust it. So fixed 4-power on this is plenty enough. So I remarked the target, and it's much easier to see. So let's give it a rip at 50. All right, and it's spent. Now, as you can see, right here, it does not hold open on empty. So keep that in mind. Being a rimfire, you do not want to pull a trigger on an empty chamber because it could damage it. Now we got one that knocked out the orange entirely, and the rest are kind of dancing around down here. So without adjusting the scope, we might be looking at bullet drop. So this one might have just been a fluke. Maybe the rest of it's me, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all kind of dancing around here, and it opened up to maybe 1.5 inch, 2 inch group at 50 yards. Still very acceptable. There's the orange marker. So yeah, at 50 yards off the tripod, she's looking very good. Okay, so there you have it. At 25 and 50 yards, it's a dead ringer. I mean, no question about it. This thing, you can shoot. Squirrels beware, right? But that's off a tripod. Okay, so I'd imagine if it was in a vise or something, it's going to be even better. Good for you, Mitchell. Whatever company you are, I'll continue to look around for info on them. I probably spent about a week researching this thing since I decided to make the video, and I found nothing. I got no info whatsoever, which is kind of bizarre to me because I can find stuff from before the turn of the century and I can find info on it. But this Mitchell, made in the Philippines, bupkis, not a whole lot. I just know that it's a very accurate, very handy rifle, and it's absolutely a favorite of mine, I'll tell you that. So shooting at a paper target at 25 and 50 yards off a tripod, that's all fine and good. Shows off the accuracy pretty darn well. So I'm going to do some smaller targets from the standing, and I'm going to do a move and shoot for unknown distance. It's going to be probably between 30 and 40 yards, so I can keep walking. And while on the move with this thing, we're going to shoot these small targets. But first, I'm going to do some static standing, shoot these small targets, shoot the dingers a little bit, and then we'll do the move and shoot. Okay, so I have 4 eggs set up and 2 dingers. So I'm going to shoot the 4 eggs from the standing, and I'm going to shoot the dingers low, then top. Let's give it a rip. There we go. Well, I think the camera shut off on me, so I don't know if I caught all of it, but that one fell, didn't get those, but dingers, whatever, hit those no problem. One thing I notice, for me anyway, I find it more difficult in the standing to use a scope, because you're trying to focus on the crosshairs and it just keeps moving around. So I'm going to go ahead and finish those off real quick. Well, I think target camera missed out on all the shooting down there, but I ended up fixing the problem, so I just got 2 eggs left. I'm going to finish those off. For some reason, when I'm in the standing, I find it much easier to use iron sights actually to acquire my target better. Whenever I'm using the scope, I don't know if I'm just focusing on the crosshairs more or what, but I don't know, with it moving around and stuff from the standing position, and naturally you're going to be moving around a little bit more. Maybe it's because it's amplified from the magnification. I don't know, it causes me more problems, so naturally it took a couple more shots than I would have liked. But yeah, dead eggs. Okay, I'm loaded back up, and now this is one of my favorite things that I like to do, is the move and shoot. So I'm going to start about maybe 15 yards and bump back here to 25, probably be easiest. Move it backwards and aiming at each individual target. I'm going to have 15 rounds to hit all 3 eggs, the shaving cream, and the dingers. Bottom, bottom, top, top. Let's see how we do. Got it. So let's check our work. Yeah, you fell in the grass early. I couldn't get you. Yeah, dead now. But let's see. Yep, got the other eggs, no problem. Hit the dingers, no problem. Then clearly the shaving cream can. Well, anyway, guys, that's that. That was a lot of fun. The rifle is just freaking awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Super handy, fairly lightweight. Not much to it, really. Very easy to operate, obviously. Reminiscent of some of the old military carbines, like the M1 carbine and that. And if you're a 10/22 shooter, you'll definitely recognize this thing. The scope worked out very well when I was posted up on the tripod. Standing and moving, it caused me for me anyway, a little bit more difficulty because of the crosshairs moving around. For me, anyway, I pick up my targets a whole lot easier with open sights. Might be different from other people. But anyway, guys, I had a lot of fun. Hope you did too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll catch you on the next one.